Hello, family and friends. I'm Reverend Ambidwile, Associate Pastor of Shrine Number 1 in Detroit, Michigan. Thank you again for joining me for today's devotional. My scripture this morning is going to come from Titus 2:11 through 12. For the grace of God that brings salvation has appeared to all men. It teaches us to say no to ungodliness and worldly passions, and to live self-controlled, upright, and godly lives in this present age. Most people regard self-control as being able to rationally decide when not to do certain things, or when not to speak inappropriately. Self-control in reality is a very high form of worship because it's living out the commandments. It's a doing act of character that exemplifies all the virtues of the Spirit: compassion, empathy, forgiveness, faithfulness, kindness, and more. Self-control is being assured that the spark of divinity is alive and well, and you've begun to live your life in accordance to a godly plan. Can I share a story with you? In 1953, a Navy lieutenant contracted polio. For 6 years, he could breathe only on what was called an iron lung, or a tilted bed. Then one day he got really angry and decided to breathe on his own. He stopped the rocking motion of his bed and remembered how he used to breathe like a frog as a young boy in Tennessee, something him and his friends used to do. They knew how to do it. He would take air in with his tongue and force it down his windpipe. When he exhaled, his lungs let out the air like a deflated balloon. He's been breathing this way ever since. Science doesn't really know how it's done, he said. It's a 2-cycle pumping action that some people can do and some can't. Some people can whistle through their teeth and some can't. By doing this, he could stay off of the iron lung machine as long as he remained awake. With his first real independence, he decided to become an attorney. Imagine that. So in 1959, he entered the University of San Diego. His wife drove him back and forth to school and wheeled him into class. He couldn't take notes, and he felt that the tape recorder was too awkward, so he simply listened and remembered. If all this wasn't enough, his doctor told him that he had diabetes. Once getting that under control, the doctor discovered an ulcer, and on top of that, for a year he lived with a mysterious fever. In this age of COVID-19, that could set off all kinds of alarms, but they believed that possibly this fever was due to some of the medication that he was taking. But this didn't stop him from getting his diploma. This story is just one story of self-control. It may make you reconsider what you define as having a bad day. It's an example of someone literally taking control of their life through self-control. The story is not only about self-control, though, but also about self-determination. Somehow, this lieutenant, wanted to live a better life, experience more out of life, and continue to grow as a person. And they wanted to realize their God potential. Self-control isn't just being able to maintain your individual conduct, but also it's about being independent and in charge of your life. The wife of Marcus Garvey, Amy Jacques Garvey, speaking on self-determination, is quoted as saying, "Stand on your own 2 black feet and fight the hell for your place in the world." Stand on your 2 black feet and fight like hell for your place in the world. God is giving you all you need. Stand on your 2 black feet and fight like hell for your place in the world. You have a right, just as anyone else does, to be here and to have the things that humans should have, what people should have. Stand on your 2 black feet and fight like hell for your place in the world. Scripture says, "For the grace of God that brings salvation has appeared to all men." It teaches us to say no to ungodliness and worldly passions and to live self-controlled, upright, and godly lives in this present age. Our focus today is self-control. When we live our lives self-controlled, upright, and godly, then we live our lives like Jesus, speaking truth to power and striving to liberate our people, being able to say no to ungodliness, materialism, individualism, and to worldly passions. When we take control of the hours on this earth, then we are truly masters of our fate. That's my word in the devotional for today. Thank you for joining me. May you have a blessed day. Stay healthy. Peace until next time.